Greetings and welcome to week 5. This week we're going to move from a strict study of the theories of realism first and then liberalism to a study of how we apply those theories to real-world situations. In this case we're going to discuss the security dilemma. As Morgenthau stated in his 6 essential assumptions, security is incredibly important and actually of utmost importance to the state, right? To any state. So, how do realists deal with the security dilemma? How do liberals deal with the security dilemma? And as you would expect, they have differing views on how best to attain security. It's important to note that they don't argue about the importance of security. They both agree that it's incredibly important, just the means to secure your country differs. Best practices differ between the two theories. So that's important for you to remember as we move forward. Some new ideas are going to be brought to you. One is an idea called collective security, which is a liberal idea that says that cooperation when trying to attain security is better than competition and better than the balance of power that we talked about in chapter 3. It's an idea that we can progress, and that's one of the themes that we're dealing with throughout our course is how are things progressing? Is human history progressing? Liberals would say we used to do the balance of power. That used to be the means with which we used to secure our state. But now if we work together and if we act collectively, we can provide for our security more completely than we can on our own. The second big point that we're going to talk about is called the democratic peace theory. This is a fascinating idea that says simply this: democracies don't fight each other. That doesn't mean that democracies don't fight. It means that they don't fight each other. So democratic peace essentially says, and this comes from Kant, who we talked about with liberalism last week, the idea essentially says that if you have two governments who are democratically elected, that they will tend, in fact, historically, those countries have not entered into large-scale war. There's conflict, there's disagreement, but it doesn't lead to violence. Yeah, and we're going to put that theory to the test. The realists look at the security dilemma and they say, well, really, when there is a threat to security, you have two choices. You can balance, which we talked about in chapter 3, or another idea is bandwagoning. And what bandwagoning essentially means is that if you're a weak state and a powerful state rises in your region and it is causing you security concerns, then you can either balance it, but if you're weak, the chance of balancing that state are probably pretty poor. And so the other option you have is to bandwagon, is to link yourself to the rising power and hope that that power provides you security within its security umbrella. So an interesting case maybe is Kuwait in the Middle East. You have Saudi Arabia, you have Egypt, you have Israel, you have Iran, you have all of these powers, you have Turkey around Kuwait. How does Kuwait best provide for its security? Okay. The situation brief that we're going to deal with is about war. Once again, the evolution of war over time. How was war fought historically, and how is war fought today? Has it changed? And there are two guys that you're going to focus on. One is a guy named Karl von Clausewitz, who is a legend in the realm of security studies and the study of war. He has more of a traditional view that you will read about in your situation brief. The more modern version is from an Israeli scholar named Martin van Creveld, and he sees a change in the way that war is fought. And that has implications for great powers, but really for the international system as a whole. And when you think back to the chapter 3 content on power, we talked about the dissemination of power and whether the world is moving to a place of non-polarity. This plays right into that, and he talks about the empowerment of non-state actors in the execution of war. Geography, we're going to continue, but this week it gets difficult. You have Northern Africa, 30 countries. I have returned, or I will be returning today, all of your journal entries to this point. Please read my comments carefully so you can improve as we go through the course, and your writing gets better, more efficient, and your analysis sharper. I wish you the best. Have a good week, and I will see you online. Thank you.